When I was 18, my brother cheated on his fiance, and I was in the process of trying to move out of my mom's house with my ex. So we ended up all just getting a place together because he needed a place to like have his daughter. And so he was still talking to his mistress at the time, because every time he tried to break up with her, she would threaten to herself, but it was all fake. Like, it was definitely made up. So I kept trying to tell him like, hey, this is made up, and if it is really that serious, like, you know where she lives, just call the police. But he was like hung up on like that it would be his fault if something happened to her, and like he was feeling a lot of guilt, or maybe he was just playing me. But I definitely did hear her on the phone say that she was going to herself if he broke up with her. And one time she literally said, if you break up with me, you're gonna have to explain to my children why they don't have a mother anymore. So needless to say, it was very chaotic. And at first he was like, she absolutely cannot know where we live because she's very crazy, and apparently she has like 3 DV charges and also phone harassment charges. I don't know, apparently she's crazy. So he didn't want her to know where we live, but he ended up inviting her over anyway. And then she was basically living with us, even though my brother was stating up and down that she was not living with us, but she was there probably 6 days out of the week, literally not even seeing her children, so that she could be at my brother's house. And the entire time that we lived together, they would fight every single night. My brother is an alcoholic and she is crazy, and they're both crazy. I'm not going to say that it was all on her, like my brother is also a piece of shit. But anyway, so they would scream at each other every single night, and I was getting very fed up. Like, most of the time I was staying at my friend's house who lived in the same apartment complex as me, because I could not sleep because I worked at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and they would be up until 6 o'clock in the morning screaming at each other. Anyway, it ended up getting really bad, and that's saying a lot because it was really bad the entire time that she was there. But it got to a point where my brother was like, okay, I literally need to cut this off right now because it was affecting his relationship with his daughter. So he broke up with her, and she was very, very upset. And so she came over, and she was like saying that she was gonna get all of her shit out of the house. And he also, like, my brother had this like foam mattress topper for his bed that I guess that she got him for like his birthday or Christmas or something, and she said that she was gonna take that too because she bought it. And while she was taking it off, she was very angry. She ripped it off the bed and she hit my 2-year-old niece, and my niece fell to the ground crying. So that was my absolute breaking point, because yeah, they were fighting with each other and I didn't want her at the house. That was the point where I was like, she absolutely is never coming here again, because it was affecting my niece, and my niece was over at this time, and obviously she had harmed my niece. So she was not allowed to come over again. And my brother kept talking to her. I literally could not tell you with a gun to my head why, but he kept talking to her, and she, I guess, was going through a hard time. I don't know. And he was like, can she come over and just sleep on the couch? Like, it's really bad right now. And I was like, absolutely not. That's not happening. And so she accused me of having an incestual relationship with my brother, and that's the reason why I didn't want them together. And now they're married and they have a child together. So